In today's video, we are going to learn how to draft a basic trouser block for women. We will also test the fit of the trousers on the muslin, then make any adjustments where necessary. Let's get right into it. Here are the things you will need, and this is the measurements required. This is a foundation block, so I will recommend after drafting and then testing, your final pattern should be kept safe, as we will be using this pattern in our subsequent videos. For this pattern, we are going to draft both the front and the back on the same sheet of paper. So I'll first draw a straight line. Thus, I'll leave about 14 inches, then draw a straight line which I'll use as the middle of the trousers or the side seam guideline for both the front and back of the trousers. The amount you leave before drawing the line is dependent on your hip measurement, then your crotch extension. So you add these two measurements, then you add the necessary seam allowance you want to add to your trousers. Then you leave that amount before drawing the straight line. So this line we've just drawn is a side seam line. Now we need our waistline. So I'll leave about 1 inch from the top edge of the paper, then square a line out to use as my waist guideline. Now indicate which part you want to use as your front and the part you want to use as your back. So in this case, I'm using the side closer to me to be my front, then the side closer to you as my back. The length of the side seam guideline measuring from the waist should be the length of the trousers you want. Now we need to indicate our crotch depth level. So in my case, my crotch depth level is 9.75. So measuring from the waistline on the side seam guideline, I will measure and mark my crotch depth measurement, then square a line out to create the crotch level, just like so. So I will do this for both the front and the back. Now we need our hip level or our hip line. So we are going to use 1/3 of our crotch depth measurement. So in this case, 1/3 of 9.75 is 3.25. So I'll measure and mark 3.25 from the crotch level up towards the waistline, just like so. Then square a line out to create the hip level. So now we have our waist, we have our hip, then we have our crotch depth. Now we need a knee level. So this is a full trousers, that is from the waist to the ankle. So to get the knee level, we will measure from the crotch depth line to the hem of the trousers, then divide it by 2, then make a mark at that point. So that's half of the length from the crotch to the hem of the trousers. Then from that mark, go up by 1 inch. So now our knee level is 12.5 inches. Square a line out to create the knee level. Now let's work on the foundation of the trousers. This section of the trousers, that's from the waist to the crotch depth line, is the foundation of the trousers. Get this part right and your trousers will sit beautifully on your body. We are going to work on both the front and the back simultaneously. So please pay particular attention so you don't get confused. We will work on the back part of the trousers first. So on the hip guideline, measure and mark your back hip arc measurement. Then add 0.25 inches ease to that measurement. Place that measurement on the hip, on the crotch level, and then on the waist. Then square a line out to create the crotch length line or the crotch line, just like so. We are going to repeat the same process on the front part of the trousers too. So on the crotch depth line, measure and mark 1/4 of your front hip arc measurement plus 0.25 inches of ease. Place the same measurement on the waist guideline, then square a line out to create the front crotch length line, just like so. Now we are moving back to the back. Now on the back crotch length line, measure and mark half of that measurement. Then repeat the same process on the front part of the trouser. So you measure from the waist to the crotch level, then you look for the midpoint, then mark just like so. Now, extend the crotch level line beyond the crotch length line. This will enable us to input our crotch extension measurement. This is just a guideline, so you don't need any measurements for now. So just extend it beyond this mark, just like so. So for our back crotch extension measurement, we are going to use half of our back hip arc measurement. Then we'll place it just like so. You can just measure from the side seam to the crotch length line, then you place half of that measurement on the crotch extension line, just like so. Now we are going to create our crotch curve. So we will look at the corner. So from the corner there, we're going to measure 1.25 inches. This is dependent on your size. So I'll place a size chart here so that you can use it to know how much you need to go up or down. Now connect this 1.25 inches mark to the crotch extension mark, then to the mark at the center of the crotch length with a curve, just like so. Now we are going to work on the waist. So for the trousers to sit beautifully on our body, we are going to go in on the waistline from the crotch length line 0.75 inches or 3/4 of an inch. Then we'll go up by 0.25 inches and make a mark just like so. Connect this mark to the center mark of the crotch length to create the back crotch curve, just like so. So we are shaping the waist and we are working on the back part first. So on the mark we made from the center back line, that's the 0.75 inch mark, measure and mark from this point your dart placement measurement. So in my case, my dart placement measurement is 3 inches. So measuring from that point, I'll measure and mark 3 inches to place my first dart. Now we need to input our dart intake or the amount of darts we need. So I'm using 0.75 inches for my first dart. After the dart intake mark, that's the 0.75 inches mark, measure and mark 1.25 inches as a space between the two darts. Then place your second dart, which is also 0.75 inches. So now we have our 2 darts placed. Now we need to know the amount we need to take from the side seam of the waist. So on the waistline, we are going to input our back waist arc measurement plus the 2 dart intakes, which is 1.5. So we are going to add the 1.5 inches to our back waist arc. Whatever measurement, we place it on the waistline. So wherever this measurement ends is our waist measurement. So we will make a mark there, just like so. Now we need to create the actual darts. So divide the dart intakes you have on the trousers into 2 equal halves. So you divide the first dart into 2 equal halves, then you divide the second dart into 2 equal halves. Then square a line down from the middle point down to create the dart legs. The length of the back dart I am using is 4.5 inches. So I will draw a straight line down 4.5 inches. Then join the 2 halves of the dart to create a full dart, just like so. Do it for both darts to have 2 darts on the back part of your trousers. Now we need to shape the actual waist. So we will join the 0.25 mark on the crotch length mark to the actual waist mark on the waistline with a smooth curve to create the waistline, just like so. Now let's work on the front part of the trousers too. So we are going to extend the crotch level line beyond the crotch length line, just like so. The length of the crotch extension for the front is 1/4 of our front hip arc measurement. So you measure the front hip arc measurement, then you take 1/4 of that measurement in place as your front crotch extension. Now we need to create the front crotch curve. So from the corner, we are going to measure a diagonal measurement up 1.5 inches, then mark like so. Then we will join this mark to the midpoint of the crotch length line to create the crotch curve for the front, just like so. Now let's place our darts for the front too. So measuring from the center front line, that's from the crotch length line, measure and mark your dart placement measurement, which in this case mine is 3 inches. So I'll measure and mark 3 inches like so. The dart intake I am taking for my first dart is 1/2 inch. So I will measure and mark 1/2 inch to create my first dart. Then to place the second dart, I'll measure and mark 1.25 inches. Then I'll place my second dart, which is also 1/2 inch, just like so. So the space between the two darts is 1.25 inches for both the front and the back. Now we need to place our actual waist measurement. So the waist measurement we are using is our waist arc measurement plus the 2 dart intake. Then add 0.25 inch ease to this measure. Then measuring from the crotch length line on the waistline, measure and mark this measurement on the waistline. Then mark like so. On the crotch length line, measuring from the waistline, go down by 0.25 inches and mark like so. Then join this 0.25 inches mark back to the waistline at the side seam to create the actual waist for the front, just like so. Now create your 2 darts for the front. So the length of the dart I am using for the front is 3 inches. So measure and mark 3 inches down. Then join the mark straight down to the 3 inches mark to create the dart, just like so. Join the waist measurement mark to the hip line of your trousers to create the side seam of your trousers. Now we need a crease line for the trousers. So we are going to measure the crotch level line from the side seam to the crotch extension mark. Then look for the midpoint and make a mark, just like so. Place the same measurement on the waistline, then on the knee line, then on the hem line, measuring from the side seam line so that you get a straight line down, because that's the straight line we have on the trousers. Join these points to create the crease line for the back. Repeat the same process for the front. So we need a crease line for the front. So we will look for the midpoint of the crotch level line. Then we will place the measurement on the crotch line, on the waistline, on the knee line, and then on the hip line, and then on the hem line. Then join the points to create a straight line down to create the crease line for the front too. Now we need to create the inseam and the outseam for the trousers. So I'm just going to shape the trousers from the hem side. So on the hem line, I'm going to measure and mark 4 inches on both sides of the crease line. Then I will connect this mark to the hip of the trousers, just like so. Now, on the crotch extension line, before we join the 4 inches mark to the crotch extension mark to create the inseam line, we are going to go out by 0.5 inches. This is just an additional ease we are adding to the trousers. Then join this new mark to the hem of the trousers to create the inseam line, just like so. Repeat the same process for the front part of the trousers too. So on the crotch extension line, I'm going to go out by 1/2 inch or 0.5 inch, then extend the crotch extension, just like so. For the front part of the trousers too, on the hem line, I'm going to measure and mark 3.5 inches on both sides of the crease line, just like so, to create the inseam and outseam line for the trousers. Your trousers block is ready. Go ahead and cut out your pattern. Be sure to label your pattern with the pattern name and cutting instructions. The video is getting a bit long, so I'm going to divide the video into two, so the cutting and sewing process will be on another video. Thank you so much for watching up to this stage. If this video has been helpful, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Tap on the bell notification so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Share so that other people can also get and benefit from the video. Until next time, bye bye.